Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because I'm going to be testing out some new Dollar Tree makeup. I recently came across the IONI Lunar Zodiac line at my Dollar Tree. Picked up one of almost everything, and so I've got a bunch of stuff to try today. So of course I'm super excited. Of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to keep it in the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. So I do hope you'll become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And as always, if you are new especially, I will have similar content linked down below in the description box because I've been doing this for quite a while now. So I've got lots of videos like this. That way you can catch up on what we've been doing here and give some of my other videos a binge watch after you're done watching this. And so yeah, we've got a lot to get through. So without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So the first thing we're gonna try is the matte primer. They haven't given us a primer in quite some time, and I really love the packaging. I love the little tube. It's a 1/2 ounce tube. And so I'm gonna put this on and let this kind of sink into my skin while we do our eyebrows and eyes and all that stuff. So it doesn't seem to have a scent. It's kind of a flesh colored primer. And we're gonna see how this kind of feels. Well, it's going on very silky feeling. The other one they have is like a clear, kind of a, it's kind of like a jelly consistency, and it's very, best way I can describe it is very slippery. This doesn't feel too much like, this doesn't feel super silicone-esque as some do, but it seems to make the skin look really nice. So we'll just go ahead and let that sink into the skin and we'll move on to eyebrows. Of course, IONI has lots of brow products. They've given us powdered brow kits, they've given us pencils, they've given us retractable pencils, as well as brow gel. Now they have what they're calling is a brow tattoo. It's the Microfilling brow tattoo. This is in dark bay. They had a medium brown as well. I got the darker one. And it's one of those pens that has the little teeth in it. I've only used something like this like a time or two before, and I'm gonna really try to get like the little hairs, because I've always just kind of used these types of products as a pen, you know. I'm gonna see if I can't get it to work. So one thing I can say right off the bat is the color is really nice. It's not too warm. I think I actually am getting like a hair-like effect. The hair-like effect when I swatched it on my arm seemed to be a little bit more pronounced than some other products I've used. I think the teeth are a little bit deeper. Definitely comment down below as we go along in the video and let me know what you've tried out of this line if you've found it at your Dollar Tree. I know some of you have and some of you have not yet, but I know that can change in a day because I was hunting this collection down. I feel like I'm getting a really nice natural brow effect. I like the shade. And we'll go in on the other eye. Hopefully I can do it at this angle. I kind of feel like the other side, I'm going in with like the other side of the pen because I'm on the opposite side now. And I feel like it's not going on as easy. I think I'm gonna have a hard time recreating what I did on the other side because I'm at an opposite angle. I feel like one side of the pen works better than the other side. Okay, I'm doing like a hot mess. I wonder if that's like in my imagination. I don't know if it's drying up as I'm going along. Let me try to shake it up. Any kind of like a liquid pen of any kinds, I like to store it upside down. I kind of feel like on my left eye, I'm having to abandon trying to get like the hair-like strokes because I'm not getting a lot of payoff. And I don't know if it's that the pen has dried out in my time doing my other brow or what the deal is, but I'm having a little bit of a difficult time. Okay, yeah, this is not going well on this eye here. I'm just gonna have to kind of wipe some of that off. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. I don't know why it's looking like splotchy. That just should not be happening. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brows with some concealer and we'll be right back. Okay, so I just cleaned up my brow with some concealer and that helped significantly. I definitely do feel like I got a much better result on my right eye, and the jury is still out on whether or not it's because in doing my right eye it dried out and it didn't do as good on my left, and sometimes it would come out a little splotchy. So on this eyebrow here, it would like not really work, and then it would work too much and get a little splotchy, or if it was like an angle issue. So of course I'll have like a rundown of all the products at the end of the video, but so far this is one I'm gonna have to play with a little bit more. Next time I will start on the left on this eye at this angle and then do the other eye and see if the same thing doesn't happen. So right now the jury is still out on the brow tattoo. Okay, so I just added some LA Colors eye primer, and we're gonna move on to shadow. So the Lunar collection includes 4 liquid shadows. I'm gonna try, they have a darker shade that I still have, but I'm gonna try some of the lighter shades today. I don't know if I'm gonna use one, I'm at least gonna use one. I don't know if I'll use 2 or 3 of these. And I also wanna dig into the LA Colors Purrty Kitty eyeshadow quad. This is the one in For Real. It is kind of the pink color story. So I might just use a shade in here. I don't know, we'll see. What I know first is I'm gonna go into that lightest shade and put that all over my lid. I've had a couple Dollar Divas here tell me I'm gonna love, like one of these shades is gonna, like one of the shades of this liquid shadow is gonna end up becoming like a staple, and then I better stock up. And I have like no doubt that that is the truth. So we're just gonna lay this down, just to get a little bit of a base on our lid. I just did a video where I used makeup that was sent to me by my Dollar Divas, and this brush was in a kit that I was sent by a Dollar Diva. Of course, this was sent to me by a Dollar Diva as well, Rose, and she sent me the kitten lines, so just so sweet. We have got the best community here on YouTube. So I think I'm gonna keep this look kind of soft and maybe a little bit pinky. So I'm gonna go into that matte pink shade right there. I'm just gonna go into that same brush. I'm gonna blend that into my crease. That is very pigmented, super nice. This here is kind of like a, it's a little bit shimmery. It's kind of like a purplish charcoal kind of color. I'm gonna go into a slightly more packed brush and go into that and just get a little bit of a smokiness. Nothing too crazy. Just want to add a little bit of definition. And I think that's gonna get us just the right amount. So now I'm gonna go into some of these shades. I don't think I'm gonna do the gold one today, although that's the one that everyone said is gonna be my favorite, Loyal Gold. I got Laid Back Campers. It's kind of like a light pink shimmer. And then Honest Pink, which is like a darker pink. I think I'm gonna go into that one first. I'm trying to think if I wanna use a brush. I might try the applicator first. I'm gonna put this into the center of my eye. Really, really pretty. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. It's got a bit of gold in it as well, which is really beautiful. Because it has the gold in it, it's a little bit different than the one that LA Colors has that's pink. There we go. I think that's looking beautiful so far. Now I'm going to go in with that other shade, Laid Back Campers. I'm going to put that on the inner part of my eye. Just kind of blend it into that other shade. God, that's beautiful, y'all. Oftentimes in work, I will just put a shade into my crease and then just put a light liquid shadow, usually LA Colors, towards the center, you know, towards the inner corner. There we go. That is beautiful, y'all. So now I'm going to add, this is also, so I used this when I tested out the LA Colors Cat Inspired Makeup line, again, sent to me by Rose, one of my Dollar Divas. And this is their, I've Got My Cat Eye on You liquid liner. I used this in that video one time. And so I'm going to put some of this on and add a little bit of a liquid line. This is in Calico Brown, so it's like a brown shade. So it's going to be a little softer than black, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna add just some lashes. These are from Five Below. They're the LA Colors DramataLash Half Lash. And I'm gonna apply my foundation, concealer, and powder because I don't have anything new there. But we're gonna come back. I have a new blush and highlighter to try. So I'm gonna apply those and I will be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. I add my complexion products and some bronzer. I will have everything listed down below in the description box. I'm super excited because IONI came out with a new blush stick and a new highlighter stick. They've had blush sticks before. I've got a couple of them, but I've never seen a highlighter stick. Something IONI has not made yet, to the best of my knowledge, is a bronzer, and I wanna know why. I was just talking to a Dollar Diva about it the other day, and it's a little weird. I don't understand why they don't have a bronzer, but they don't. Anyways, so I bought both shades that they had. This is the shade Ruby. And both shades actually looked very similar swatched. So there we go. That's that shade right there. And I like to put it on the back of my hand and take a stippling brush and just kind of grab the product. And this is very easy to apply. It's not so pigmented that it's going to be easy to go overboard. It's a little bit sheer, which is nice. That's a really nice shade too. It looks like on my monitor that I went overboard. When I do that, I just like to put a little foundation, and I'll blur a little foundation with it. Really pretty though. I like the shade, went on super easy. IONI has always made really nice blushes, whether liquid, cream, or powder. Now for the highlight stick. This is in the shade Golden Wheat. I just cleaned off my stippling brush. I'm going to apply it the same way on the back of my hand. I'm just going to put it, it's actually kind of like a champagne, like pinkish shade. I have got setting powder all over me, you guys. So I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand, take my stippling brush. This has little chunks of glitter in it. I could tell by the swatch. So if you don't really like chunks of glitter, you might not like this. Me, I don't necessarily mind chunks of glitter. Actually, it seems to have less chunk. It actually looks less chunky when it's put on with a stippling brush than it does when I rub it on my hand directly from the stick. So the stippling brush must break up the pieces of glitter. Either that or they stay on my hand and haven't transferred over to my skin. That is gorgeous. Goes on really smooth. Like I said, the chunks of glitter really didn't transfer very much compared to the way they were on my hand. I don't know if you can see them on my hand at all. But yeah, really love that. It's really, really beautiful. The only thing I ask for my IONI is that they've given us a setting powder and a primer. We need some foundation, some concealer, and we need a bronzer, like stat. So now we're gonna come back to the eyes and add some finishing touches. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of that laid back camper. It's actually laid back champers. Okay, I've been saying that wrong. I'm gonna add some of that to my inner corner, because you know me, I love a nice inner corner highlight. Of course, this is doing a beautiful job. Very much reminiscent of the quality of the LA Colors liquid shadows that they gave us last year. Super beautiful. I might actually take a little bit of the gold, what is it called? Loyal Gold, and put a little bit, just put a little bit on my finger, and just kind of put it between two fingers here. Put it up on my brow bone. Might be a little extra, but really pretty. So I'm gonna add some Mercerie pencil liner in my waterline. I'll be right back, and then we'll smoke out under the eyes. Okay, so now I'm gonna smoke out under the eyes, and I don't know if I'm gonna go into that darker shade or the pink. Might go into the pink. I think it'll just end up being like a little softer. It's very subtle, but very necessary, I feel. So I would say that the eyes are done. So now we're gonna move on to the lips, and I'm not gonna line my lips today. I'm just gonna go in with the new IONI lip oil. This is in Purple Gold. And we will see. I think I got a lip plumper in this container last time they came out with some new makeup, and I didn't really care for it. Thought it went on a little bit splotchy. It didn't tingle like their other lip plumpers, but it didn't go on as nice as some of their other lip products. So I really like their other lip oil that comes in the little fat container, kind of like their liquid blushes. So hopefully I like this one as much, but I'm not sure that I'm going to. They had 2 different shades of this that I could tell. They also had some like, oh, that's going on really pretty. They also had some like, what, color changing lip product of sorts, but I heard it smelled bad, so I didn't pick it up. Then they have some lip masks that I didn't get because it looked like they had too much color. But a Dollar Diva told me that they really didn't. And come to think of it, I have a lip mask that's watermelon that looks like it has color, but it doesn't. So if I see those again, I'm going to pick them up because she said they were really good. This feels really, really nice. The color is very, very subtle. You know, it's clear. Just got a little bit of payoff. Silky smooth. Not going on patchy the way that I felt that the lip plumpers did that were in that packaging. They're just making my lips look like they're not like severely dehydrated. And it's a really nice complement to this eye look, I feel. I really love the way all the colors have come together. The blush, the lips, the eyes, and yeah, so God, that feels really amazing. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by the lip oil. So now a quick rundown of all of the products. Of course, love the little LA Colors quad. Super pigmented, really nice, super cute packaging, like A+, of course. And I've used the peach one. I think I used the purple one in a recent video as well. I haven't done like an entire eye look with any one palette except I think maybe the peach, but these are just super, super cute. So if you like soft colors, all of these cat-inspired quads are really, really nice. The primer, you know, I don't really know if like a face primer really does a whole lot for my skin. I do wear one in work just on the idea that it might help my makeup last longer. But I don't know that it really helps with how stuff goes on, at least personally for my skin. Maybe if you have like large pores or like really dry skin, it might help. Now my skin looks really great. I'm using this with the BPure Glow Foundation. And this powder here, this is I think from either Shein or Temu, and the BPure essentially Ageless Concealer. But it really felt nice going on the skin. It didn't have too much of a slippery feel. And like I said, I like the way my skin looks using all 4 of these products, so I can't complain. So yeah, I will keep trying it and seeing how I like it. I might give it a try in work and just see how it works, and might try it in work and see how it works over time. I might see how it works with other foundations, but yeah, it doesn't seem to have any adverse effect with my foundation or my skin. The lip oil, very pleasantly surprised. It feels so nice on my lips. The color's really nice. They had one that was, I think, a little bit more red, and yeah, it just feels great. It's not sticky. The color's nice. It's really making my lips look amazing. So really, really like this. I like it better than I thought. Then the cream products, really love the blush, really love the highlighter. I think it's amazing that we finally have like a cream highlighter product from them, because we've gotten, like I said, different formulations of blushes, but we had yet to get a different formulation of a highlighter. So really, really nice. I wish they would come out with a bronzer, powder, liquid, cream, something. But yeah, I love these little cream stick products from IONI, so super amazing. Still have another shade to try of the blush. Then last but certainly not least, I got to try all 3 of these eyeshadows in some capacity. I used the more pink shades on my eyes, then I used a little bit of that gold up on the upper brow bone, and absolutely beautiful. Look to be the quality of what the LA Colors ones are. I still got another shade to try, kind of like the dark charcoal shade with the sparkles in it. So yeah, super. If you liked the LA Colors 2 cheeky ones, or even the ones from the lip and eye bar, you will really like these as well. And so yeah, super, super awesome. I'm just so, of course we loved the powder shadows that they gave us in the Beauty Fair line. I think that's what it was called. And we want more of that. I want more shades of those, but I'm really excited that they gave us some liquid shadows as well. So super exciting to see them branch out a little bit into the eyeshadow world. Makes me very hopeful for the future still. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you did, show me you did by hitting the like button. Definitely check out the description box for more content like this, that way you can binge watch more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.